With the coronavirus pandemic striking the world and also halting the 2019-20 NBA season, the NBA has gone through a number of serious problems, including social issues and safety issues. However, the NBA has pulled off an incredible feat by going to the quote-unquote Orlando bubble in Walt Disneyland in Orlando, Florida, completing the season with the Los Angeles Lakers being crowned as the champions after they beat the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. Even though there were numerous anomalies with the last season, it has still managed to yield an amazing result during the season and the playoffs, and the season was followed by nothing but an off-season that was expected to be somewhat boring but turned out to be yet another great off-season with many big names moving around the league. Although the off-season is still going on, most of the major moves that could be made have already been made, and with training camps now starting, it is about time to judge where the 30 teams would end up in the coming season. In this video, I'll be making predictions for the standings of the Western Conference in the coming 2020-21 NBA season. To start with, at the top of the conference, we have the defending champions, the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers got the first seed in the Western Conference last season, and with the Lakers only getting stronger this offseason, at least on paper, I am predicting them to be just as good, if not better, in the coming season. Even though the Lakers just won the NBA title, the front office and the fans were not complacent. There were some popular objects for their offseason that were shared among them. To trade Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma, who let down a lot of Laker fans during the playoffs for better talent, and to acquire more shooters that would space the floor for LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The Lakers did just that, as they traded Danny Green and a first-round pick to the Oklahoma City Thunder for the runner-up Sixth Man of the Year candidate Dennis Schroeder, signed Sixth Man of the Year Montrezl Harrell, a solid 3-and-D player in Wesley Matthews, and a veteran 3-and-D center Marc Gasol. Although the Lakers lost Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee, they managed to retain Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on a friendly contract, and the players that they acquired this offseason matched the Lakers' needs at every position very well, as Schroeder, Matthews, and Gasol can all shoot, and Harrell could provide the scoring in the second unit, which would carry quite a bit of load for LeBron James, which has completed a great championship run at the age of 35 and was only able to rest for merely 2 months due to the season having been halted, and as a result restarting quickly to get back on schedule. With Anthony Davis re-signing with the Lakers on a 5-year, $190 million deal, I expect them to win 54 games and be at the top of the Western Conference yet again. My prediction for the second seed of the Western Conference in the coming season are the Los Angeles Clippers. Although the Clippers failed miserably to meet their expectations of winning the NBA title as they blew a 3-1 lead to the Denver Nuggets in the second round of the last playoffs, they still managed to retain most of their key players such as Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and they still are a very good team. Even though they lost some players like Montrezl Harrell, JaMychal Green, and Landry Shamet, and are yet to address their playmaking issues, they still added solid pieces like Serge Ibaka, Luke Kennard, and Nicholas Batum, who can all help the Clippers have another shot at the title this coming season. With the head coach Doc Rivers being replaced with another championship head coach Tyronn Lue, the Clippers are hoping to get rid of the coaching issues that existed last season. Tyronn Lue has also stated that he is looking to change some of the bad culture that killed the Clippers' chemistry last season, such as Kawhi Leonard's load management, and this means that there's reason to believe that they would still come back strong and get the second best record in the Western Conference in the coming season, which I predict to be 49-23. My pick for the third seed of the Western Conference in the coming season are the Golden State Warriors. After falling to the Toronto Raptors in the 2019 NBA Finals with Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson sidelined with Achilles and ACL tears respectively, and missing Stephen Curry for most of the season to a hand injury, the Golden State Warriors, who dominate the league for the second half of the last decade, had a horrendous season, winning just 15 games, which was the least in the league last season. However, being the worst team in the league gave the Warriors a good chance to get a high draft pick, and that was exactly what they did, as they managed to get the second pick of the 2020 NBA draft, which they used to draft a promising center James Wiseman. In addition to that, two-time MVP Stephen Curry is coming back healthy, and with his co-star Klay Thompson suffering yet another season-ending injury in his Achilles, the Warriors acquired Kelly Oubre Jr. from the Oklahoma City Thunder using their trade exception and draft picks, hoping that he could do a good job replacing Thompson. The Warriors now have Stephen Curry and Draymond Green leading the way on offense and defense respectively, And with the energy from the relatively young, solid players like Kelly Oubre Jr., Andrew Wiggins, and hopefully rookie James Wiseman, the Warriors are expected to have a solid season despite losing Klay Thompson for another year. My prediction for their win total this coming season is 47 wins for the third seed.
The video is getting too long, and actually, this video was supposed to be an assignment for one of my courses, and it's not supposed to be as long as it was planned to be. Like, this video was originally designed to be like 20 minutes long, so I'll be uploading the full version later. Yeah, so thank you for listening.